Welcome to the Capital City Saints, your home for St. Paul Saints baseball. Every week, we're bringing you the stories, highlights, biggest moments, and the personalities that make this team one of the most entertaining in baseball. From CHS Field to every stop along the season, we're celebrating the players, the fans, and the tradition that makes the Saints baseball unlike anything else.
Welcome in to Capital City Saints, your one-stop shop for everything St. Paul Saints baseball. We'll get into where the Saints sit here at this point in the season. They are still trying to get a playoff spot here. We'll look back at their series against the Columbus Clippers and then look ahead to their series against the Toledo Mudheads. And there was a very, very obvious Saint of Saints from this week. So we'll go over our Saint of Saints pick, plus a couple of honorable mentions as well. Getting into all of that and more coming up here. But first, if you do end up liking this video, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel as well, as we are trying to grow this into the biggest and best community in all of minor league baseball. Maybe you're a Twins fan that's just stumbled across these videos and want an update on the minor league system. You can subscribe because of that. We go over game recaps, these weekly recaps every Tuesday because the Saints have off on Mondays. So you're usually one day late on all of these. We're the next day for all of these videos. That being said, let's dive into the weekly rankings here. The Saints' overall record is 72-53. That's second in the International League. They're 4 games back from first. Again, they were 42-32 in the first half. That was tied for fourth. Second half, they are 30-21. That's fourth. They are just 1 game back. There's a tie for first, and then a team in half game back in third, and then the Saints sit in fourth. Offensive rankings, 259 batting average, that's tied for fifth. 353 on base percentage, which is fourth. A 478 slugging, which is first, along with a first place on base plus slugging at 831. They've scored 721 runs, which is second in the International League. They lead the International League in home runs with 218, and they've stolen 106 bases, which is 17th out of 20. The ERA is a 5.24, which is 16th, and the WHIP is 1.48, which is 12th. If we look back here on the last week against the Clippers, again, it was a very, very... I'm just going to say it wasn't a great series. It wasn't a good series. Again, they did split the series 3-3, but it just overall was not a good series. They lost game 1, 19-3. They won game 2 and 3, and game 2 was split over a couple days because of the weather. They won that game 10-2. They won the second game the second game of the day, the third game of the series, 8-6 and 7. They lost game 4. 5-1. They won game 5, 15-11, and then they lost game 6, 8-5. Again, it was a 3-3 series split, but they were outscored 51-42 in that series. So it was a very, very high scoring series. Again, the offense looked pretty good, but the pitching just every single game except for maybe game 2 was just not good. It was not good enough. And they sit with a 3-3 series split. They are 10-8 against the Clippers all year this year. Had a chance to win the series, be up 11-7 in the season series, but they lost the last game of the series 8-5, and I just don't think that this is going to be good enough to actually make the playoffs this year. Like, they're going to have to win these series and close out these series. at the end of the day, and not get outscored, by 9 when you put up 42 runs in a 6-game series. So I just am not really that happy with where, again, like I said, they're in second or fourth, tied for, not tied. They're in fourth place in the second half. They're in second place overall. And it's just not like it's kind of, champagne problems that you can, not be happy with where you're at, and you're still that good in the International League. So I am not happy with this pitching staff right now, basically. And at least some of these members, again, it's going to sound a little weird when you get to the Saint of Saints, but some of the pitchers are just not performing where they need to right now. And I just think that might be on the organization as a whole for not having enough pitching depth. And obviously the Twins are getting absolutely slaughtered by at least starting pitching injuries at this point. So they're having to call up a bunch of guys. I do think Zebby Matthews may come back down at some point. And when the Twins actually get more starting pitching health, when Joe Ryan comes back, obviously Pablo Lopez being out the entire season doesn't help the Twins or the Saints for that matter. So that being said, I am looking forward to this series against the Toledo Mud Hens coming up here. It's a 6-game series. The season series is a 7-5 lead for the Saints. So they look to win the season series and go out on top here. But yeah, we'll get to our Saint of Saints. And again, I'm sorry about this, but I'm also not sorry. I've got, I'll just give you this, 3 honorable mentions. Actually, all 3 of them are pitchers. Ricky Castro, Garrett Acton, and Matt Bowman, either at a 0 or between a 0 and like a 2.2 ERA all this year. They've all pitched 3 or more innings too, so they were all very, very good this last week. I do think those are the 3 best pitchers from this last week too. But my Saint of Saints, again, this is the part I am sorry about. It's not going to change from last week. It's Walker Jenkins. And again, I didn't want it to be Walker Jenkins, just to go back to that same but he played in 5 games of that 6-game series against the Clippers. He hit 500. He was getting on base at a 600 clip. His slugging percentage was 1.1, it was 1,100. And then his on-base plus slugging was 1.7. So just that alone, I think, deserves to be, again, this wasn't just a 1-game sample size. This was a 5-game sample size. He also hit 4 home runs with 7 RBIs, scored 6 runs. He got walked 5 times, and he stole 3 bases. So you can't not have Walker Jenkins be the Saint of Saints this week, with just how well he played. So yeah, again, congratulations to Walker Jenkins. He gets his 2nd Saint of Saints since we started this award, this weekly award. Again, I think he's also appeared the most on maybe I'll actually go back and look at that when on our 3 stars we do after every game. Again, that being said, I do want to thank you again for watching this video. Please leave a like down below. It really helps us out. If you are a Twins fan or other Minnesota sports fan, go check out our sister shows over on the 301 Shows YouTube channel. We dive into more of the like the big league scores or big league teams over there. So go check those out. Comment down below here any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have, and come with your again, like I said, the Saints are currently 30-21 in the second half. They have 24 more games remaining. It's 4 6-game series left here in the regular season. So that with those numbers in mind, comment what your official second half prediction record prediction will be. Again, 30-21. Now add 24 games to that, and try and guess what the Saints' final record will be, and will they make the playoffs? See you next time. Peace.